Hey guys, welcome back to another lesson in my piano course for beginners level 2. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already done so, and if you like what you see, give this video a thumbs up. If you're interested in getting the accompanying method book for this course, there's going to be links for that below, and I also offer online piano lessons. If you're looking for one, there's going to be information below. In this lesson, we're going to learn a piece by Diabelli from opus 125 number 7. Anton Diabelli was an Austrian music publisher, editor and composer. He's best known in his time as a publisher, and he's most familiar today as a composer of the waltz on which Ludwig van Beethoven wrote his set of 33 Diabelli variations. He became well known by arranging popular pieces so they could be played by amateurs at home. A master of promotion, Diabelli selected widely accessible music such as famous opera tune arrangements, dance music, and popular new comic theatre songs. So a lot of his music is used in early education, early piano education for beginner pieces. They have beautiful melodies, but they are manageable and accessible at the beginner level too. And this piece is in 3/8, and as you can see, the melody is in the right hand and the left hand is accompanying with broken chords all the way through. Let me play it first and then I'll talk you through it. So as you could hear, it goes quite fast. It says Vivace at the start, but of course you can start at a very comfortable speed and only speed up when your hands are really confident in the rhythms and the notes and you're not building up tension anywhere. So, as I said, the melody is in the right hand and the left hand is doing these broken chords, which obviously makes sense if you know which actual chords you're playing. So let's start with the right hand. We've got the first line, there is a repeat sign, so we play the first line twice, and then the second and third line is repeated again, there's another repeat sign. So we basically play the piece twice. So starting on the high C number 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, lift, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, lift, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, lift, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, lift. So as you could hear, I was lifting up my hand on the 3 because we've got 4 slurs and we need to separate those phrases. We can't play the whole line in one long legato slur. So once again, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, lift, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, lift, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, lift. Instead of. So you don't want to put it all into one phrase. It adds to the challenge to lift up the hand very frequently. Left hand in the first section is playing a C chord, C, E, G, then a G chord, B, D, G, back to C, then a G7, G, D, F, and C, E. Now the broken chord is very important that you keep your hand very curved and relaxed, and the wrist is flat and the hand is kind of free to move along the notes of the broken chord. It says legato underneath, so we don't need a slur, and we're going to go very smoothly like a river flowing. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And that's the end of the first phrase. Now, very important, if you hear things like this, very uneven rhythm, then make sure to correct it before you put it hands together. The left hand should be completely even notes and no gaps between any of them. Also, if you hear any notes sticking out in the broken chord like this, especially the first one, like really loud compared to the other two, then again work on evenness in tone, so all 3 of them sound nice and smooth. Hands together, holding down that right hand. lift. See, I'm lifting up my right hand, but the left hand is carrying on. It's really important. And another key thing is, since the melody is in the right hand, make sure that melody is dominating the sound and the left hand is not drowning out the melody like this. But. And the first line is P quiet, second line mezzo forte getting louder towards the end as we climb up. Second section, let's start with the right hand number 2 on the D. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, lift. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, lift. Shifting the position 2 to the E. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, lift. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So that's a sequence. It's the same pattern repeating one note higher. And then 4 on the F. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, lift. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, lift. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, lift. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So lots of position changes in the second half, and you don't really have time to wait too much between the position changes, so it has to be very confident. Left hand starts with the G chord, B, D, G, B, D, G, then a C chord. Now we modulate into an A major chord, C sharp, E, A, C sharp, E, A. And then D minor, D, F, A. Then back to the G chord, C chord, G chord, C chord. Jumping up to a D minor chord, F, A, D. A G7 chord, G, D, F, and C. Hands together. Crescendo. Jumping, lift, and finishing off. And of course, you're going to repeat this section as well. Another important thing about the left hand is to not hold down the bottom notes. Sometimes we have a tendency to play broken chords like this. We don't need to hold the pinky down. So just 1, 2, 3. As soon as we move on to the second note, we'll lift up the first one, keeping it nice and clean. You can add a little bit of pedal, but you don't really need it for this piece to preserve its simplicity. It's a beautiful performance piece, and it looks very easy, but it's actually quite difficult to play it fast, even with dynamics, all the lifts, and stylistically with a beautiful touch in the right hand. I hope you'll enjoy it and practice it as much as you can.